Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, my next guest, I spoke to him back when things were much different. That was back on the 6th of October 2020. And this gentleman, a singer from County Mayo, who's been entertaining and singing for many moons at this stage. And since I spoke to him last, during those sort of dark times, he's released a brand new album. Delighted to say hello once again to Mick Mulhern. Mick, great to have you along.
Thank you very much, Jerry. It's my pleasure and privilege to join you.
The last time, Mick, we spoke, it was we were in the depths of COVID and all the rest of it, and there wasn't a lot of things happening.
Indeed, and it was a tough time for everybody, and a tough time for the industry and for many other sectors of the community, you know.
It certainly was. But now, since that, you've released a new album.
I did indeed. I released an album, Souvenirs, there last autumn, and it went really well for me, to be honest with you, you know. So because I had a single out prior to that, the Souvenirs single, and a couple more on it, so that was a big help, you know.
Indeed, so now the album is called Souvenirs. It features some great favourites like The Far Side Banks of the George and The Old Gem Where My Eileen Is Waiting, also the title track Souvenirs, and needless to say, the Mayo favourite, My Old Home in Mayo.
Yeah, great song. I recorded that for an album that Michael Commons was doing, Michael from Midwest Radio, and he was doing an album of songbooks album, and I recorded that for that, and it went really well for us. And the video shows the landscape around Mayo, so people like the video. Not my portion of it, but the landscape of Clare Island and whatever is on the video, you know.
Indeed, yes. I saw the video. Some absolutely fantastic scenery on it, and certainly for Tourism Mayo, certainly should be very, very happy with it. Now, Mick, when I spoke to you before, there were no live shows, no performances taking place. It must be great for you to get out on the road once again and get on stage once again.
Sure, it's great. You know, I mean, I done a concert there before Christmas in Claremorris Town Hall Theatre, and we had a full house, and it was a great old feeling, and you know, people travelled from all over the country, you know. And I'm doing next week, we're up at Michael Commons in Galway in the Clayton Hotel, and for 2 nights, and we do a bit of a gig before the concerts and after. So it's a great week of fun and meeting people that we'd know most of them at this stage. So it's a great couple of days, you know.
That's excellent, absolutely, yeah, excellent. But as well as doing that, of course, you're doing your own one-man shows around the place, and it must have been great to connect up to people once again.
Indeed, yeah, you know, that's what it's all about, you know. But it's you know, as I said, the audience are what makes these shows, you know. As I say, we're doing that one, and that's the 20th and 21st, not next week, of February in the Clayton, and the month after then I'm doing one with Stuart Miles in the Town Hall Theatre in Claremorris again, and we do a couple of the overseas things as well. So it's good, it's great, you know. Indeed
so, and fantastic that it really is fantastic that people are able to go out and about again, you know, and actually socialise and meet one another.
Sure. Look, that's what it's all about, and people are this last few months. People are really starting to go out again, and it's starting to come back to what it was. You know, this is what others are telling me. That are in the big dancing scene, that they're getting the crowds back, and that's wonderful. You know.
Indeed. So great to see it all, and well done on the new album and all the rest of it. Who are the people that you most admire in music? Like, that were the biggest influence on you?
Well, I suppose from our own frontier, I would have grown up listening to, you know, from the Irish ones. From, I suppose, Foster and Allen would have been a big influence, and Tony has joined me there on a track on the album, and we done a track called "The Folks Out on the Road," which I'm delighted about, you know. And they would have been a big influence on us, and I suppose the Dermot O'Leary and the Bards and some of them cabaret things. That's what that's my first love, is the cabaret thing, that people are at concerts, people sitting down listening. It's wonderful, you know.
Indeed so. Major changes actually in those cabaret. Back in the day, there used to be sort of cabaret lounges. Was a huge thing, and none of those are around now. It's sort of all gone into hotels and theatres.
It is indeed. That was a big change that came, and I mean they were a great stepping stone. When I was a young fella, it was all you went to these, as you said, lounges and that, and it was there were so many of them around the country, and there were so many of those cabaret acts, and now they have moved to bigger venues, and it's harder to feature on these venues because there's a lot of a lot of filling to them. But it's great to see them back and whatever. It's but I do agree with you that those days. But then the same for dancing. There was maybe 7 or 8 dance halls in County Mayo alone.
Indeed so. Indeed so. It's sort of evolving and changing times, Mick.
It is indeed, yeah. Sure, it is, of course. And I mean, the music and pub scene has changed completely. Over the past 4 or 5 years.
Indeed.
That I suppose the youngsters are obviously going more for the nightclubs and that, and the dancing has moved to social dancing. So big changes, and you have to move with them, and that's it.
Indeed so. Indeed so. Mick, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you once again, and I wish you all the luck in the world. Great to speak to you once again. Great to see that you're out and about and performing once again. And listen, as I say, continued success with all that you do.
Thank you very much, Jerry, and thanks for giving me the chance to say hello to all to all our people that come to the shows, and to your listeners over there, and to all you presenters who play us. I mean, that's what makes it all worthwhile. And thank you very, very much.